Okay, so now let's take a look at the client CRM. Okay, this is where you're going to add your clients and this is where you're going to take care of your clients. So let's just go through this section. So you can import leads if you have a CSV file. It's simple, straightforward, just like most CRMs that where you import leads, you just grab your CSV files or your Excel spreadsheet, right? And then you follow the tabs and you make sure that they align with the categories that are here. Okay, so ideally what you'd want with your CSV files before you import them so that you don't have any issues with aligning, redo it, or you could use AI, Claude, you could use Chat GPT to look at your Excel spreadsheets and then just get the name, phone number, right? Just get the name and the phone number that you want to input, right? So that before you put them into this CRM, and that will just make the process easier so that when you actually do import the leads, we just see a name and phone number and then we could just add that, okay? So now when you add a client, you can click add client, you add their name. Right now we're gonna go test live. Okay, you add their phone number 40, let's go 980 0011. Let's put an email, mark@yahoo.com. Let's make this person a buyer seller. All right, let's say that they're hot, they're active, appointment status, right? We have them scheduled, street address. All right. So this street address is quite important because we have a deal map where you can actually see where your deals are. So if you put an address, right, that will show up on the deal map. Okay. You could choose the lead source, where they're from. If you got them, if they were referrals, social media, Facebook, so on, so on, so on. Okay, you can just add referral and then any notes that you want to add for that client, and then you hit save client, right? Cool. So what you'll see here in the once in each row, you'll see the client's name, their phone number, their temperature that you picked, right? Their status. This touch number here, we have a touch system for expireds. Okay, now if the client is an expired, then you'll see a touch system. It's a 1 to 15 touch system that should last 6 months for that client, right? And then you could actually go through that touch system there. And that's where these numbers will change depending on how many times you've called or made the different touches, right? With that particular client. Then you'll also see now there when they were last contacted, the source where the client came from, how you got that client, appointments, if they're completed, no show, or scheduled, and when you last follow up with them. If there isn't an email for that particular client, the email section or the email, this little email tab right here, you won't see anything. It will just be grayed out. Then you could book an appointment, click book, set up a follow up date that will also be added to the calendar as well. Then we also have activity log for that client. You click on activity log. If you're making a call, right, you can add the categories if it's an expired listing and so on. There's a sequence guide if it's an expired listing. This is what we were talking about, but we'll get to that in a second. There's scripts here, right? So that if you're making a call to that client, you can click the script that you need, click view screen, and then you can make the call and follow up the script. And it's all right there. So you don't have to change pages or open it somewhere else. It can open right up in the CRM. All right. Then you add the date, the type of call it was, the outcome, any notes, and then schedule new actions that will be added to the CRM. I mean, to the calendar, my bad. Okay, then if you just want to bring up scripts, you can bring up a script right here. If you want to edit that client, you click the pencil and edit the client's information. And then if you want to delete that client, you can click the trash button right here. If you want to do or send bulk emails, you can click this quick little knob right here, right, which is select all the clients, and then you hit bulk email. Now, here's the thing that we need to understand with Google. If you're sending more than 500 emails at a time, then you'll be ranked as spam. Okay, so you want to keep that number under 500. I would stay in the 200 realm Okay, so if you're sending a bulk email, just send to 200 clients at a time so those emails get out without you being considered spam. All right, so that's that. And then if you also want to delete all these clients, right, and you have the delete button there, which will delete the entire group. Okay. All right. Status, if you just want to see active clients, you can click that and it will just show you clients that are active. Clients that you have to nurture, you can switch that as well. Appointment set, okay, closed, if you have any that are closed, and any that are do not call. All right, I typically leave it on all status. Okay, so that's the CRM, guys. If you also want to, oh, just one quick thing before I forget, if you just also want to search up a client, you could just type their name in and it will just bring up that client. If you have a lot of clients and you're just quickly needing to find someone, you could just type their name in. All right, so that's the client CRM section.